G'day and welcome back to Brooksys Car Restorations. Today's episode is going to be a little bit different, and I may or may not produce more of these types of videos depending on how much people are interested in this or not. But I just thought I'd sort of touch base and do a bit of a video on sort of when I'm looking for cars online, what I go for and sort of thing, and my process and yeah, all that fun stuff. But anyways, just bear with me a minute and we'll get into it. So basically, when I'm looking at cars online, I'm looking for two different things. I'm either looking for a project vehicle or I'm looking for a flip car, for example. So yeah, with a flip car, you're looking for something reasonably cheap that you can potentially make money on. Whereas a project car, not necessarily looking to make any money, just looking for a vehicle that you may love to restore or whatever else. But a project car could potentially be a flip car too. Obviously it's going to take a bit longer to turn around, but you could potentially end up making money off it as well. So anyways, just have a look around and see what we find. At the moment I'm on Marketplace. Two main ones I use are Marketplace and Gumtree, if you're interested. So firstly, I've seen this Swift for sale. They got 3,500 on it, which is a little bit too high in my opinion for a flip car. 2005, it's got fairly low kilometers, manual transmission, it's got a new clutch. It's got a lot of new stuff, new ball joints and bushes and whatever else, new sway bar. So it's had a lot of work done to it by the sounds of it. So yeah, potentially if we could get this for about $1,000 less, this would be worth a lot of worth the purchase potentially. So I'll put that in the save pile. And it's got some nice mags. Oh, those mags look different. It's currently unregistered also, so we'd have to potentially put $1,000 on top of it too to re-register it. So yeah, I'd potentially need this to be at least $1,000 to $1,500 cheaper in order to consider buying this car as a flip car. Oops. So we go back here, we got the Falcon Ute. It's an XY Falcon Ute. She's got a bit of rust in her. Or is there a couple of Utes? Okay, so it's got a V8. So there's two. There's a white shell and a yellow Ute. The white Ute comes with a V8, the yellow Ute comes with a 6-cylinder. Yellow one's quite rusty looking. Well, they're both quite rusty looking. But rusting doesn't scare us all that much. Sold together for about $6,000, so $3,000 each roughly. Now restored, these things are worth potentially 10 to 15k, maybe 20k all day, depending on the sort of restoration you do on them. But obviously, it's going to be a 9 to 12 month potential restoration, assuming you got a few days a week to work on it. These look like pretty heavy projects. can see the engine in the back of this one, the V8. But as a project, it's not bad. Something to do. Seats are pretty cactus. Would I potentially buy these? Yeah, for sure. Not sure where this... Oh, it's in Victoria. It's too far away. So, probably not. This one's a bit closer. This is a Toyota Land Cruiser. I love these old four-wheel drives. It's a petrol by the looks of it. Prefer a diesel if I'm getting an old four-wheel drive or something, but again, this is a pretty cool old ute. I don't mind that, so I'm going to save that, see if it comes down in price. It's got some really nice patina on it. Interior still looks pretty clean. It says it's mechanically excellent, so we don't need to worry about a seized engine or anything. Fairly straightforward project by the looks of it. Let's see what else is out there. It's an old Datsun here. 720 ute. It says sold pending, and it's in Victoria also. There's an old Jeep here I've been keeping an eye on. It's sitting a little bit too high for my liking right now, but that's why you put it in your save pile, see if it comes down in price or whatever. It's a 63 model Jeep, so for my mate who likes Jeeps, he might appreciate something like that. What else we got here? Here we go. An old Daihatsu Charade. Little Daihatsu. They want $1,000 for it, but potentially you get it a lot cheaper. I know it says price is firm, but you never know. I love these little, what you call K cars and whatnot. It's pretty clean. Kilometers aren't too high. It says needs tyres and a windscreen. So, from a flipping point of view, a windscreen's about $300 to $500. New tyres, depending, probably about another $200. I'd probably buy this car and just have fun with it anyways, but you may not make money on this car. If anything, it'll be a $500 to $1,000 if you're lucky. It may not be worth the effort. We've got here an old Navara. The kilometers are a bit high, but it's a diesel, so that doesn't matter. Yep, old work ute. These things are worth money all day long. People like tradies and stuff will want to buy this. Yeah, they got 1,200 on it. We could get them about 1,000 or less potentially. Doesn't say there's anything wrong with it. I'd probably buy this. I'm guessing it's got no registration, so you throw another 1,000 at it for rego. You're in at about $2,000. You probably get 4.5, 5 grand for this car. And the bench seat, you know, it's pretty cool. So that could potentially be a project or a flip car, in my opinion, because I would enjoy it. Got an old Merc station wagon here, 2000 model, with some nice low profile rims. Looks pretty cool. The compressor, which I think, I'm not a Merc person, but I think the compressor model's got the supercharger. I could be wrong. Let us know in the comments. Also, let us know in the comments if you want to see some more videos on me looking at cars. It's got a lot of stuff done to it. Coilovers, touchscreen head unit. Oh yeah, upgraded supercharger, there you go. And it's got a supercharger in it. Saying the only problems with it are broken handbrake lever, but still usable. And the steering feels a bit sloppy. But yeah, for $2,000, it well, or potentially less, because it doesn't say they're not negotiable. It doesn't say they're negotiable, but you could potentially make money on this car. Be a bit of fun to drive around in for a while too. Put some tinted windows in it. I don't mind that. As you know, I've got my fair share of German cars, so I've never owned a Merc. It's sort of on my bucket list. Oh look, there's a Grand Cherokee, another Jeep. K's are a bit high, but again, it's a diesel. They want $1,000 for it. It's pretty clean. Can't see the interior though. There's only 2 photos. No registration, $1,000. To sell today. Drives and runs well. Well, I know where I can watch plenty of videos on Jeeps if it doesn't. But that's definitely worth putting in the to watch for video pile. I could make money on that all day long. Put some rego on it. Sell it for $4 or $5 grand. We've got a newer Beetle here. Very low kilometers. It's my favorite color too. What's wrong with it? Bought for my daughter. The glove box clip is broken and won't shut. Automatic gear stick is stuck in park. Yeah, could be an easy fix. Might not be either. It's pretty though. I would, with the gearbox issue, I'd be wanting it a bit cheaper potentially. Maybe around the 1,500 mark, so I'm going to keep an eye on that. Here's another one. I did a Rodeo not long ago. This one's the kilometers are a bit high on this for my liking as a flip car. Being a petrol engine, it's up over 300,000. So I have a rule with petrol cars, for flip cars, that I don't go over 300,000 kilometers. Again, if it was a project car, I wouldn't care. We've got a Daihatsu here. I don't know what it is, but I'm just checking it out. Looks like it could be a Rocky. I know. It's one of these cool 4-drive vans. Again, for $6,000, not sure I can make money on this. It's pretty cool though. You could dig it out like a camper or something, so it could potentially be a project. I might keep an eye on it and see if it comes down in price. Just put it in my save pile. We'll look at one more car. We're getting to the 15-minute mark. I was going to go and check out Gumtree as well, but It is what it is. What's the search button? I've got a Beetle here for $2.5 grand, potentially cheaper. These things are worth a reasonable amount of money fixed up and put back on the road. Has no engine though, so I'd have to try and source an engine. That's why it's so cheap. But they're not that hard to find, the engines, so worth putting in the save pile. It looks pretty straight, not much rust. It's photos are deceiving though. There's a cheap territory. They're worth money all day long. This one's looking like it's missing bits and pieces though. It's had some back end damage. Old Corolla. Oh, I definitely want to watch this. One of my first cars was this car, except it was light blue. I'm going to send this one to Dad too, just in case he's interested. Sometimes Dad's buying cars too. There's a Mini here too. Won about $8 grand for it. They're worth a good amount of money. Panel van. Pretty straight, a little bit of surface rust. Do they have a photo of the engine? Yeah, I don't know what the engine is, but it's worth looking at all day long. Well, we're at 18 minutes. It's a bit of a long video. Hopefully it's not too boring. If you liked it and you want to see more sort of content like this and just sort of see what I'm interested in buying or whatever, or you want to come along with me in the journey of looking at cars, let me know in the comments. I might put out a few more videos if it's somewhat interesting. I've got another video coming out shortly. I've just started working back on the Rocky again, and did a bit of work on the Beetle and also on the Forester. So hopefully it'll be out the next day or so. But yeah, to be continued.